Happy 243rd birthday to the United States Army. To celebrate, the Corpus Christi International Airport unveiled 3 new banners commemorating the Corpus Christi Army Depot. The banners that are over the ticket counters highlight the theme of Army, community, nation. They are also a reminder of the economic impact the 3,500-member workforce of civilian and contract employees has on our local economy.
These banners really represent community, the Army, and the overall place of where the Corpus Christi Army Depot fits into the city of Corpus Christi.
The Federal Managers Association presented the banners. The new additions are part of a 2-year project and show how much the community supports the Army Depot.
Kudos to the Army and the Army Depot, of course.
Absolutely, and happy birthday to them.
Absolutely.